And Gregory, do the Facebook also, please.
It's in Facebook, yes.
Thank you.
Mhm. Okay, Karen, you'll have to unmute yourself, but go ahead. Yeah, you're still muted, Karen. Karen's down in Mexico and Karen, there you go.
There. Oh, I was having a hard time. I kept telling it. It wouldn't listen. I am in Mexico. I live here now, you guys. And it's really fun. I love this lifestyle. It's a lot of fun. I patched up, if you were here 2 weeks ago, I patched up my friend Jackie. She's a PA. She's basically a doctor. She loved it. She's had some really good results, and she may be coming on another time and giving a testimony. Who knows? I may have a friend named Carrie on here today. We're having a lot of fun here, but she's in Idaho. So I'm working, the thing I love about this business, you can work it from everywhere. You can help people from wherever you are. My daughter overnighted patches to a friend in Idaho from Colorado. We can just help you wherever you are. So it's awesome. I don't know if you guys are cold. Y'all look pretty comfortable. I'm nice and warm and loving it. I'm not trying to gloat. Anyway, we come every Monday morning, we gather together and we talk and we tell about how these patches have changed our lives. And they change lives in sometimes subtle ways and sometimes extremely significant ways. And the fun thing is even the subtle ways can change our lives dramatically. So when we come on, we have to really remember that we're not here to treat, diagnose, or cure, to say that we do any of those things. We're not here to take the place of your regular doctor. As a matter of fact, you need to stay in touch with your regular doctor, because as you use these patches, the chances are he's going to take you off of some of your medications or lower them in dosages, because your body starts functioning so well that sometimes they just don't need those, or they don't need as much. So please know that that's not our point. Our point is just to let our bodies get in a position where they can heal beautifully with this help. So when you come on and tell your story, and I hope I see some hands going up in a minute, when you come on to tell your story, raise your hand. You're going to say how you were before, what patch did you use, and how you are after. And please try to make it brief. 30 seconds is a really good time. If you go a minute and a half, there's 2 stories we may not hear that we could have heard. So make it brief. We don't need all the little ancillary details. Just the facts, ma'am and sir. All right, let's get going, because Heidi, who is one of the best persons to bless our community first on a Monday morning, is ready to go. So Heidi, thanks for putting your hand up and come on in.
Heidi Miller from Montpelier, Idaho. I'm currently in one of my newest brand partners' home this morning. I have a 30-second story. I actually went through some devastating things in the last 6 weeks. I actually spoke with a therapist on Saturday morning. She said, if you were not wearing all 7 of those patches, from Nirvana to X39 to X49 to glutathione to carnosine to Eon, I can't remember the 2 other ones that I wear on an intermittent basis. Oh, SP6 on my leg, and one other patch, which I have no idea which one. But she said, if you were not wearing those, you would be on suicide watch. I'm just saying, that's what my therapist said. She says, you are the healthiest person that I know that's gone through those types of struggles. And she said, if you were not wearing what you describe as those patches, you would be on my suicide watch. So that's my story for the day.
Oh.
Wow. Oh my gosh. That is such a big deal, Heidi. I'm so happy, because it's so hard to go through all that stuff. Thank goodness you're not on that watch. And thank goodness you're here with us and living your life. Mwah. All right, we'll move along. I know that's emotional. So we'll move along to Susan. Thank you, Heidi. Susan, come on in. Don't forget to unmute. Susan Elizabeth Carabello.
Here I am. Okay. All right. Well, I want to share that Friday, I accompanied my 93-year-old father on his annual oncology appointment at Mayo Clinic. And his doctors, 2 doctors, one the head of oncology and his accompanying doctor studying under him, were so impressed by my father's lab work and the fact that he's gone off 2 medications, one for diabetes and one for high blood pressure, since he's been on the patches 16 months, wearing 3949 and carnosine that all they wanted to talk about was stem cells. They could see the black hair that was growing in his head. He told them about the new black hair on his chest, stomach, and legs. So that's my miracle story for the morning, that my 93-year-old dad is making history at Mayo Clinic.
Woohoo! Oh my God, that is so fabulous. Oh, that gives me chills. It's so beautiful. So far, chills twice already, you guys. Oh, congratulations. And give your dad a big hug from all. We would all like to personally give him a hug.
You got it.
All right. Hey, Liz, come on in.
Well, thank you, Karen, and great testimonials and stories this morning. I have a new brand partner on the call today, and her name is Dara, and she's on her phone and can't raise her hand. So I'm going to turn it over to her. So Dara, take it away.
Yay.
Let's hope she can unmute. I had just messaged her back that you need to unmute yourself, Dara. Let me see if I can find her on the chat here and get her unmuted.
Okay.
Karen, why don't you go on to someone else and I'll find her and then I'll get her unmuted and come back.
Okay, let's go towards the magnificent, not so well known iPhone. I don't know who's it. There's no name there. iPhone. And then we'll go to Knuckles the Funky. Ooh, that's a cool name. Okay, we got iPhone. Give us your name.
Okay. Hey, I'm Gail Keeler. How are you today?
Great. Hi, Gail.
Hi. Hey, I'm in Mexico too. I'm in Troncones. Where are you?
I'm just across the bay from Puerto Vallarta. Puerto Vallarta.
Oh, see. Okay. So here's my one of my testimonials. So for the past 2 years, I've had major stuff go on where I normally was always a very healthy young woman and dancer professionally, but had many things go on basically due to very severe osteoporosis. So 5 fractures, and then I had cancer cut out of my head. And so anyway, it's been a trip.
Gail, I
But
got to stop you for a second. Gail, please try not to use official medical terms,
Oh,
okay?
sorry.
I know
Yeah.
it's hard. Don't worry, we all do it, but please stick with symptoms, okay?
You got it, darling. So anyway, I in my recovery, the one thing that I noticed really well is when when I put those energy patches on, I can really maneuver and going throughout the day. And I feel really great about them too, because we all know that we need energy to heal. So the energy enhancers have been just a total blessing for me. And that's
Wow.
about it for now, but I do have one quick question. I don't know if I can ask it.
Just if you try not to do your best not to do a medical term, then you can ask any question.
Yeah, no, this has nothing to do with medical terms.
Okay.
So is there a way I can use the app and send somebody a video via Facebook and or Messenger if I don't have their contact info?
You know what? That's probably a question not really for this call. Does somebody want to take
Okay.
it?
Yeah, I can answer it. Now, you'd have to have their Facebook address or their messenger address, just like you need their phone number or email, but you can send it via those methods. You just need to have their contact information that you can input into the app.
Okay, great. Thank you, Greg.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Greg.
Bye-bye.
I could do it without that contact info in there, but I know you can send it via Messenger. Knuckles, come on in.
All right. Yes. All right. I'm gonna make it brief. Yeah, 30 seconds. Yeah, because I ain't gonna lie, I talk too much, but for good reason. But anyway, yeah. So I was introduced to this. Let me see. I was introduced to this. I would say at least a month ago. Um, and so the thing I really love about it is that, okay, I used to ride my bike a lot, but because of the weather, it's cold now. And the other day, I started walking, and I just started walking this really long walk, and I'm like, man, I usually don't do that. And it's like when I walk, it's like I don't want to stop walking. It's like I don't want to take a break or anything like that. It's like I just feel the energy, and I just feel like, and it's like, yeah, it's like sometimes I feel like I'm jogging, if that makes sense. It just really, I like the way it makes me feel, and I like the way it makes me move and everything. And and it's like the other day I was getting ready to get my bike. I was like, nope, let me walk. And so yeah, man. And so I just really like the way it's changing my whole insides and everything. So that's all I want to share.
I love it. Keep coming back and keep us posted, okay? All right,
All
because
right,
I get,
no problem. Thank you.
I'm,
You said you here.
huh?
Oh no, just one more thing. You said you're here every Monday.
We are here every Monday. I host every once or twice a month.
All right, got it. All right, so every Monday I'm gonna make sure I'm here.
Because these stories help each other, because sometimes we think, oh, I know somebody that would help, because we don't think of it sometimes. So thank you so
Mhm.
much.
You're
Lovely
welcome.
seeing you. Welcome. All right. And let's go to, it looks like, I think Liz was on, and then let's go. You guys have to remember the order or I will mix it up, which is not that big a deal. So Liz, Sunshower, Ted, and something that ends in 2667.
Okay, so Dara's ready to unmute and give her testimonial. So Dara, press
Eight.
the 6 button or *6.
Craig, can you hear me? Good
Yes.
morning. Can you hear me?
Yes,
Mhm.
well,
Yay! Hey guys,
woohoo.
I have to tell you, I am just so blown away with the results that I have seen and felt on this patch. I've had severe neck pain for quite a long time. It's just been a little bit over a week, and let me tell you something: the neck pain and pain in my shoulders has decreased. I'm probably going to say 90 to 95%. My sleep quality, which I love to sleep, I'm very routine with my sleep, is so sound. The quality is just, it's so much deeper than it was before. And I love the feeling. And to have this opportunity and actually have a product. So people say, what's that on the back of your neck? And I tell them, and they're just like, I'm at the gym, right? So I'm a cycle instructor. And this is what a platform, to be able to present this to, because some people are sluggish or what have you, but to see a walking, talking testimonial, you can't make that up. It's scientific. I'm feeling it and I love it. So thank you very much.
Thank you. And you know what? I love it that you mentioned science. We do call this the Monday Morning Miracle Call, but it is science and very robust. So thank you.
Yep.
Okay, next.
Thank you.
Order. I think it might be. Thank you.
I think Ted was the next one up with his hand up.
Sunshower, thank you. I knew I wouldn't remember the order. And then we have the number, and then we have a couple more, Anne and Diane.
So is Ted gonna be able to speak?
Go ahead, Sun.
Your
Let
hand
Ted-
is up, Ted.
Oh.
So if you
Sorry.
want to speak, Ted, there you go.
Okay,
Oh,
Sorry,
Ted.
I wasn't sure if I was next in line. All right, so my dad's 70-year-old best friend. It's been on the patches since late July, and he has. I'm trying to think how to say this. He has low creatinine in his kidney.
Mm.
Yes, his creatinine's opposite number where it's supposed to be, or originally. So he's been on the patch since July, and his creatinine is going in the right number by a huge amount.
Hmm.
His GFR is going in the opposite direction where it's supposed to be. So it's huge where he's going through. He's gone from being cold to touch to normal body temperature, and his doctor is just blown away. Gave Rich a huge hug the last time he was in, and was just blown away by Rich's results. So he's doing fantastic.
Oh, Ted, I personally want to thank you for that testimony. This is why these help you guys. I have a right down here that has a similar situation. I don't know him very well yet. He knows nothing about this. I'm going to basically show him your testimony, and he'll hear me talking about it too, because that's going to be beautiful. So thank you, Ted. Personally, from me.
All Rich has been doing is wearing, he's wearing 239s on his back where the kidneys are.
Okay.
And an Eon on his neck on the C7 every day. And he just started the Alavita patch because he's in a hurry to get optimal kidney health.
Oh,
He's-
He's in a rush. He does not want to settle for I'm doing better. He wants to beat his condition, which it's his body that's beating his condition, not the patches. And he knows that. Gotta make that
But
clear myself.
Helping us, right? Putting
His
him in
body
that
is
right.
healing. His body is actually healing itself. So it's doing what it's supposed to do. And it's just remarkable results. He's so happy. His family's thrilled.
Sorry.
And he was just a few points away from a treatment for kidneys that nobody wants to go through.
Yeah,
I won't mention the actual.
I know what you're talking about. Thank you, Ted.
sure.
Oh my gosh, I'm like I said, I am personally grateful for that. Every one of you that tells a story, there's probably somebody on this that is personally grateful for that story, because we have someone we care about and we want to help them. So thank you, Sun Shower, and thanks, Ted.
Good morning, everybody. Okay, I have a few testimonials. I'll see if I can do this in 30 seconds. For some of you that are new, you don't know this maybe, but I got my smell back. I never had my smeller, but it took a couple of years and now I can smell. And I believe it's because I used X39 religiously every single day. So that's my long story. There's lots of intermediate stories too. I'm letting you know a little secret. I'm working on something with my kidneys right now too. It's something on either one. So benign, if I could say that word, but I'm going to use X39 and Eon, and I'm listening to what you're saying too. Also, regarding what I think it was Susan was talking about, if you don't have information to send them a video, have them go to your website, because you know the 30-second video or the 3-minute video is right on your website. Hope that helps. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, Sun Shower. See, one more grateful person. Love it. Okay, if you know you're next, come on in. I think it's that 267.
It's Ann. For sure.
Come on in, Ann.
Hi. I have a quick testimonial. I'm new, and I had extreme pain night before last, and I didn't want to wake anybody up. I was thinking I needed to go to the ER. It was so bad. It was excruciating pain. And in the morning, Heidi, who's visiting with me for a time, came in the next morning and put Ice Wave on my back. And within 30 minutes, the pain was gone.
Woo!
So I'm a believer.
I know. I honestly, I tell people when I'm telling them about the patch and send them to the videos, I'm telling them the best test is experience. You have to experience what they do. That's the proof is.
Right.
Yeah.
I have also, if I'm not over my 30 seconds, I've had chronic pain in my foot. It's caused by nerve damage in my spine. and been using Eon on that. It's not really as dramatic as the pain that went away in 30 minutes, but it is getting better and better every day. So
Yeah, awesome. Sometimes time, get your body in that healing mode. It's awesome. Okay. And I
thank you.
think we're on, and then Diane, then Kameh, then John. Thank you, Anne.
Host would like to unmute your microphone. Press star 6.
That's, I don't know what that was. As can iPhone or some phone that starts with 1928 and ends in 2667, if you can come in. Otherwise, let's go on to Diane. Let's give you a couple seconds to unmute.
Karen, I just clicked on ask them to unmute. So
Hello.
there you go.
Hello. Hi. This
Hi.
is Jana Shiloh.
Oh,
I wanted to share a technique that I've been using for a couple years now. I had a hip surgery, and I was having pain that was wandering. You know, it isn't always in just one place, and so because I had all the YH patches, the Eon, glutathione, and carnosine on a sleep mask, I added the X39, and at night, as the pain I'd wake up and the pain would move, I would move that sleep mask to different parts of my body where the pain was, and the pain would go away immediately. And so I just wanted to share that method because I still do that. I take a sleep mask to bed with me. I put it under the pillow next to me so it won't get activated unless I need it. And if I wake up during the night and I have some dental pain or pain some other part of my body, I just put that mask right over it. And within a minute or two, the pain is gone and I go back to sleep. So I wanted to share it with other people who might be able to use that method.
that is brilliant. Thank you. And you could use something besides a sleep mask, a little.
Yes, you could use a sock or something. Yeah.
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 Nothing like pain, right?
Right.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much, Jonna. All right. I think we're Diane. Come on
Yes. Hi, can you hear me?
in. Yes, perfectly.
Okay, perfect. I was treating a patient who came in with neck and shoulder pain, and her voice quivers. She's had this for quite a while, which makes it hard for her to communicate because she can't exhale hard enough to stop that quivering. So she's become less social, and that's what she loves. So I put an X39 on C7 and I put an Eon on her chest and was just asking her questions about how she was feeling during the treatment. And I noticed the change in her voice after about 45 seconds. And I said to her, "Do you notice a difference in your voice?" And she started to talk and she said, "It's not as difficult for me and it's not quivering. I don't feel like I have to exhale out like I did." And then she messaged me later that night. Now, she didn't buy patches yet, so I'm waiting for her to follow up with me this week. But she messaged me later that night and said that it had continued throughout the day and she was much better with her quivering voice, which I thought was amazing.
That is amazing. And it's a huge deal in your life. It changes your life. Thank you
Well,
so much.
They wanted to do Botox injections. And she's so fearful of that. She's like, "I don't want to do that. I want to find something else that'll help me."
Yeah, I don't blame her. You guys are doing, and hold on one second. Don't worry, I'll take care of it a bit. Okay. Okay, I'm sorry. My roommate's leaving and we had to make sure the dogs were okay. So the change in her life is beautiful. I love it. Thank you, Diane.
Diane, you said Eon and what other patch?
X39.
Thank you.
Awesome. Perfect. Thank you. Kameh.
Good morning. I have shared several things with you guys about my pain being relieved within minutes, which is, I share it with people, and it's kind of discouraging when they don't have the same response that I have. But my pain has continued to be controlled with the patches, and I've been on them since September, the first part of September, and I just keep getting these gifts. One of the things is, I used to have Botox injections in my back for spasming, and I haven't had that since June, but I check in with my movement doctor every 3 months or so. And I noticed in December, and I may have talked with you guys about this, I don't know, but I noticed in December that my tremors, well, it's shaking now, but my hand shook way worse than this. My dad couldn't feed himself when he passed, and my older sister shakes really badly, but my essential tremors are gone. And they, just little things that I feel better. Heidi, I relate to your emotional things. I'm going through some emotional things myself, and I've just added Nirvana, and I'm praying that helps. But these patches have changed my life, and I'm just so thankful for all of the things that are being done. I just added another customer who has tremors as well, and she's getting results, as is my sister and my niece, who has more extreme form of movement. So that's my
May every know, which patch do you attribute for the tremors?
I have no idea. I'm X39. I tell my sister to put her X39 on her hand, and it stops the tremors. My client,
that's what
I is using X39, and she's using IceWave too for pain, but I believe it's the X39.
I believe you're correct. If you figure out anything different, come on in and tell us. Thank
Okay.
you. You're doing a good job keeping it pretty short too. John, come in with that happy face, and then it looks like we have an iPhone person and Ann.
Yeah, I just wanted to say what LifeWave has done for me as far as heart to heart and wanting to help others and self-care. And I have a real quick golf story that I played golf with my buddies the other day, and it was so foggy and so cold that after 15 holes, my friend says, "Boy, I'm sure glad it's not windy. Otherwise, I'd quit." And the wind started howling at that time. And so what happened was they wanted to quit. And for me, I experiment with the patches. I always use X39 and X49. And then I put on, I think it was the energy patch, just because I like to experiment with different patches. And when it started raining, or not raining, it started howling, the wind, it got me stronger. I appreciated the elements. I appreciated where I was, and I appreciated the fact that my friends were not playing as well as they could have because they, the weather got them down. And so I kind of socked it to them at that time, and it was a fun thing to be able to do, to know that for self-care, what this has done is it's created incredible energy and clarity in for what is happening to me. So I just want to say thank you.
That's awesome, John. And I always love your positive attitude, the way you come in here. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go with whoever said was next. I'm looking for...
I think you said iPhone. That might be me, Michelle.
Okay, come on in.
Okay. So about a year and a half ago, I was under a lot of stress, emotional and every other kind of stress, mental stress. And I woke up one morning and I couldn't see anything. Everything was just super bright lights, and I had to stop driving instantly, and I just couldn't see. So I'm not a doctor person, but I started using my patches. I would put 2 X39s on my mask at night and sleep with that. And about 6 months later, my vision was getting better. I could see better. And I went to the eye doctor and got a test, and he said, it wasn't very good, and he referred me to a retina specialist, which I didn't go to. But that was last year. And then I've been continually using the patches. I went Friday for an annual eye exam. And apparently there's been some spontaneous healing in my eyes. I thought that was pretty cute. So I've been using the patches regularly. I can drive around the neighborhood, places that I know. I can see a lot better now. I can see colors again, and I can read and things like that. But what I'm going to do now. He still wants me to go to the retina specialist, and I know what that's for. My sister has the same thing, and she has to get shots in her eyes for that. So I don't feel like my eyes are missing any kind of medical thing in them. I don't think they need that. I think they just need the healing. So I'm going to continue using my patches. And what I'm going to do now, I'm going to do X39 on my forehead and glutathione on one temple and carnosine on the other temple. And I'm going to go with that real regularly now for a while and see how that does. But better, lots of improvement. And the eye doctor confirmed there was improvement, and I'm happy.
Okay, you really need to go to our website and check out Darlene Clayholt's husband's testimony, because I see she's up here. We're running out of time, but I would really like to go ahead and go to Casey and then Darlene, if that's okay, Gregory.
Sure. Yep.
Here, Darlene. Actually, Casey, do you mind if Darlene goes now, since she's piggybacking on that?
Sure.
Okay, Darlene, go ahead and go. I think that's perfect timing.
Okay, my husband got shots in his eye for 9 years before we started wearing the patches. And after 3.5 months of wearing only X39 on the back of his neck, it's been a little over 3 years now since he's had to have a shot in his eye. So give that X39 patch a try if you have to get shots in your eye. It works amazing.
I've heard his testimony.
Want to get shots in your.
I'm not going to get the shots. I've heard his testimony. I'm not going to get the shots. My sister had to get the shots. She got her patches. After a week, she went back to the doctor because she was supposed to be on a trial study. And he said after a week of the patches, she no longer qualified for the trial, and she didn't have to get shots for the next several months. And then she decided not to spend the money on the patches, and now she's back getting shots again.
Oh, no.
Yep.
Wow. Thank you for
So-
sharing that. You guys don't quit taking the patches.
Yeah, exactly. For sure.
Not everyone else. Okay. Thank you, Darlene. And thank you for being so patient. And come on in. I can't wait to hear you.
Oh, thank you. I'll just keep it brief. I had asked last Monday, and I asked at the doctor discussion. We have a family member who is pregnant and was going up into the mountains of Colorado from Texas, and she was very nervous about breathing problems potentially, or what's going to happen to her or the baby. So I went to video with David Schmidt. I talked to Dr. Jeff, and everybody suggested the energy enhancement and carnosine. And I just got a text from her mom and saying she is doing so well. She last night, her ribs and her chest were hurting. And then she put on the patches that I gave her, and she said within an hour she felt great. So it's like, oh my gosh, so fun.
Woohoo! That's fabulous.
Yay.
Today.
But
All
see,
right.
I wouldn't have thought of the energy enhancer or the carnosine. I was going down a different path, and so I'm so glad I reached out.
And that's fun. That's how we help each other. It's wonderful. And that's why these calls are so valuable. So thank you, Casey. And we have someone, but I'm not sure if you already talked because it's so generic. So, and then we're going to be done, you guys. This has been a wonderful call. Go ahead, iPhone, if you're still in there, and then we're going to go to Robin and Gregory. Looks like we have finished. That's a wrap, you guys. Let's go on to Robin and Gregory and see what we're in store for tonight. Yay.
All right. Well, what a great call. What a great way to start a week. We love our Monday morning miracle calls, and we love the miracles and the science of LifeWave. And what a great community we are coming together and sharing stories, and we all learn from each other's stories. So tonight we're going to learn from story of a brand new executive director who just went executive director a few days ago. And it's always great to get some success tips from people that are, making the progress up. Is their impact on more and more people is profound, and the reciprocating reward is they get to progress through the compensation plan and through the ranks. So Robin, is there any other announcements you wanted to make about tonight's call?
I just wanted to say happy Valentine's Day to everybody.
Woohoo!
And I share this every year. I grew up in a family where Valentine's was a family holiday. We all gave Valentine's to each other. And it's just, there's more love in the air, and just extend extra love to everybody.
Gosh, I remember in grade school, everybody brought Valentine's for everybody else. How many people remember that? So,
The little boxes, yes.
yeah. So that was the old days. Be my Valentine. So as far as tomorrow night, we will have our health practitioner call, but it's going to be a recording, okay? Because we're going to be out on the Valentine's Day. So, and I'm sure many of you will be, but we will have a special recording. So the call will be, and your guests won't know it's a recording because it looks just like it's live. And it's a great call for guests, a Tuesday night call, with my introduction, Robin's overview, and then, hosting and interviewing our various health practitioners. They're really great calls. So hope to see many of you on our Monday evening call, 7:00 Mountain Time. And so I guess with that being said, it's time if everyone would like to unmute and bid your farewell for the day. And we'll talk to you.
Big thank you to Karen.
Hi, everyone.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you, Karen.
Happy
Valentine's
Day,
everyone.
Thank you guys.
Thank
for
you.
having
Great
me.
stories.
Happy
Valentine's
Day.
A great.
Thank
you.
Thanks, Karen. Thanks,
Good day,
everyone.
everybody.
Love you all. Valentine's Day.
Living younger family.
Happy
Valentine's. Great call.
That
was
was
great.
great. Going to be tomorrow night, please.
What great experiences. That was awesome.
Gregory, who will be recorded tomorrow night?
Thanks to everyone.
I don't know yet. We haven't decided.
Oh, okay.
Choose Dr. Tom.
Mhm.
What happened?
Only because he's here on the call. Actually, Ann Moreau's on the call too. Choose both of them together. The one that they did together.
Hey, does anybody know what day it was when Kai Jacobson came out on the call to share? He was listening in and he came out to share. I have
It was the first Monday in December.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Great.
Mhm.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. Have a great day.
Bye.
Love you all.
We're supposed to
Happy
lose the
Valentine's